I'm Tyler LeMasters. This is the Pulse of Spokane. We have a very special show today, even though I say that every time. We do have a special show today. We got some musical artists from Spokane. BBD Yella.
How you doing?
Local rapper. We got Tr3ezy.
What's going on? How's it going?
Also a local rapper. And we got Cameron, who's the lead singer of Free the Jester, which is a punk band.
Every moment's special, man. So you gotta refer to everything as a special moment.
Yeah. Well, we're just trying to convince people that this is more special and they should
Exactly.
watch this one.
That's right. It is.
Yeah. We'll just say this show is more special than the last, even though the last one was also special. Yeah. So, yeah. Thanks for coming on the show, guys.
Thanks for
Absolutely.
having us.
Yeah, thank you. very
I feel
much.
like we should have just recorded our previous conversation.
Yeah.
It was real chill,
Yeah, it was.
but whatever.
It was actually.
Where'd you guys grow up? You
I
from
grew
Spokane?
I grew up in California. I did move here when I was younger, so I kind of say that I'm Oregon. I feel like I'm stuck in between Washington and California. So, but I grew up in California and then went to high school here.
Nice.
Yeah.
Where in California?
I was born in Apple Valley, which is San Bernardino, and then I grew up in Anaheim,
Totally.
Orange County.
Yeah.
Next to.
Okay. My grandma's in
Disneyland.
West Covina, so.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Nice.
And then made my way up to this frozen tundra somehow. This icicle.
It's icicle. I'm a Valley kid. I've been Spokane. Yeah.
Cool.
Went to Freeman.
Oh, nice.
Mhm.
I was just out there the other day,
Yeah. it's-
like near Rockford and everything.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I choiced out there from the Valley.
Okay.
'Cause my dad's a teacher out there. But yeah, no. Spokane, born and raised.
Okay.
Spokane native.
Nice. And where are you from? I know where you're from. But where are you from?
Yeah, I'm from Pine Bluff, Arkansas. You know, I've been here 5 years in Spokane. Moved here when I was 24. I'm 29, so I like it for the most part. But I'm definitely a tropical person, so
A tropical person.
for sure.
Miss them palm
That's great.
trees.
Maybe move the mic a little bit closer. You good?
Yeah.
So, yeah. How's the music scene in Spokane?
Now or a year and a half ago?
Yeah.
That's a good
I
question.
mean, answer how you want, right? Because it's changed.
Mhm.
You guys all had a little bit of momentum going on before COVID,
Absolutely.
at least from what I can tell. You had some momentum
Absolutely.
going.
COVID hurt us.
Yeah, tell me about like pre-COVID. How are things going? Music scene in Spokane. How are you feeling?
Great, honestly. I thought it was in a great spot.
Yeah, I feel like we're lucky here in Spokane with a thriving scene with
Yeah.
a very well diverse, very talented batch of
Yeah.
artists in all genres.
Absolutely.
And no, I feel like it was thriving. Things where people were coming out in good numbers and supporting everybody, and
Yeah.
it just,
I mean, you
it
guys-
just got ripped out from underneath everybody.
Yeah.
It did.
The March
And
was over.
now we're just seeing people try and survive and adapt,
Right.
and just be
Right.
be creative and be productive and not be stagnant and not be still.
Creative, innovative is the name of the game for everyone,
Exactly.
no matter what industry you're in right now.
Right.
You guys were at the Knitting Factory beforehand. You had a show. You booked it, right? Like you packed it. How many people is that?
Our last show here in town, we did like it was like over 1,200 people, 1,200 kids at the knit. Yeah,
Yeah,
That's the truth right there.
that's a lot of people.
Yeah, for sure.
it's
That's
fun.
a lot of people.
It's fun. It's free show though. We're
Yeah.
like just giving away tickets. Be like, just come to the show.
But
If you don't
still,
care,
that's
just-
how you
just-
get
get
the
the
But at
support.
the same
though.
time,
But
to
you-
get people to come to a
Yeah.
show is still,
Sure.
you know,
I don't think I could get.
Shout out to the Knitting Factory. So
for real.
We're doing shout outs. Shout out to the Knitting Factory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta give my work a shout out.
Yeah.
I mean, Spokane's an interesting. The music scene here is an interesting animal because we got 250,000 people in town. And then you got Coeur d'Alene and all the other towns close by, the small towns. So it's, I always say, like, you're not going to get Ye, you're not going to get Jay, you're not going to get Beyonce, but you'll get almost everyone else,
Yeah.
right, who can come out here, especially like as their career goes down a little bit.
Right.
You know, then they're like, oh, okay, we're doing Spokane-sized towns.
We're definitely not that
I think-
premier A market.
Right.
We're,
No, we're not the
what's considered a
premier
B
market.
market in
We're
the touring
definitely-
world.
But it is. I
So
mean,
for
we
us
are-
to get a group like the
It's
Weekend
growing. The
Books
whole
coming,
city
that's
growing, just period. You know, like
Yeah.
just from what I've seen in the 5 years I've been here, like you could tell extra street lights going up, just a lot of gentrification, just a lot of different stuff. So more people coming here.
Yeah.
So it's just good to be one of those artists that started when there wasn't too much going on, because like my first 3 years here, I didn't know anything about rappers, singers, bands, and nothing. I just thought it was a good place to be because I was coming from Arkansas.
Yeah.
But once I got into, I guess we could say, a profession of it, I started seeing different people. I'm like, oh, it's this artist here, this artist here, this here. So, I mean, it's definitely coming together, but it's all about support and getting the support, pretty much.
Man.
Spokane in particular is interesting because there's a lot of talent and a lot of very talented people, but it seems to be very, very difficult to break out of Spokane and become, like the Alan Stone, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's not a lot of people that have really fully made it to a professional level. I think that's something that everyone in this city is striving for. Is at least that's what I see. That's the little bit of hunger I think that makes the city cool. Is like nobody's really taken that yet.
Yeah, to take it to that next level.
Right.
But it's so hard because we're 4 hours from Seattle. Coeur d'Alene is a resort city. It's not really like a real metropolis. And there's nothing else around.
Right.
I mean, Portland.
Yeah.
I
Well, that's
guess,
where touring.
6 hours. So,
Everything's
it's
so
like
spread apart in the Pacific Northwest.
Yeah.
With mountains in between.
Totally.
Yeah, it is.
So it's like, how do you take it to
Gas
the next
is
level?
expensive.
But I mean, if there was an ever time to do that, it's now, right? Because you can be on SoundCloud, you can be on YouTube. Ganja is a good music video. I like that song.
Oh, yeah.
Just released Ganja. You check that
Shout
out
out to
online.
Led Row for that.
Yeah, shout out to Led Row.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's a good video. But yeah, like you can make it anywhere now. So someone's gonna make it from Spokane.
The beauty of the internet.
I
is
agree.
that we are a long ways away from everything physically here, but we're not a long ways from anybody when it comes to the internet, and that's what this new scene and with this adapting and this being creative and doing the podcast and doing the live streams and doing focusing more on visuals and music videos. And
I know a good marketing company. I'll hook you guys up afterwards.
Absolutely.
just being creative in this time where we can't go out, and like what really like surged Free the Jester and what really like makes us go is that everything we make as a band goes back into the band.
Yeah.
As most musicians know, you don't make money off your music.
No.
You make money off
Touring.
of touring and ticket sales
Shows.
and merch and
Yeah,
going
for
out
sure.
there and being active and doing that. But so when you take that away from the artist, you take away everything
Their
that
means
fuels
to
it.
make money, yeah.
So now you just got to be creative and find ways to get that back. So
You almost don't want to hit right now.
Nah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're
Because-
kind of right.
Okay, so let's see.
Yeah,
Who was
because
I
you can't
thinking
go
about the
tour
other
after.
day? There's some like young artists that hit right before COVID, right? Big songs.
Like the kid, Leroy.
You think of like Jack Harlow, right?
Yeah.
That's his name, right?
Yeah.
Jack Harlow. Jack Harlow, he's got the
What's
song on the
poppin'?
radio. Well, he's not touring.
Can't tour. Yeah.
He
What's
can't
popular?
tour. And he didn't get a good record deal
Yeah.
because they take, you're paying them back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
You're paying
deals
them
that
back.
label
So
deals are horrible.
He's probably $100,000 in the hole.
Yeah.
And you can go out on tour and make that back super easy, but he's not doing anything.
Right. You can't
So-
capitalize on that bubble.
And those kinds of artists, is he gonna make it through 2 years of this? I don't know,
See,
man. I
and
don't
that's-
know. That's not
Yeah,
how it
because
works.
like I say, my buzz was on like right on the edge. Like I had just won Coast to Coast in like July of 2019. It's like a little showcase. I did it in Seattle. Like they were saying, we got to move. We have to move around to go do that. But I went out there and did a competition and won in front of like Cool Nuts and a few people in Sirius Radio or something like that, and like some of E40 people. But just like doing that was cool. But I couldn't capitalize off that because then COVID hit in March, and like I'm steadily doing stuff and making moves, but once it shut me down, like I'm just not getting the buzz. I'm just now starting. So like how can I do
hard.
anything? I ain't even started doing merch or shows or nothing. I only got my first show that I did. So like it really hurt me, but like even at this moment, like doing Ganja and I'm in the middle of it. Like I feel like nobody gonna see it like they would if I was out steadily moving.
For sure. Yeah. Because that's how you solidify people in your mind.
Well, and that's that's the most frustrating thing I'd say about COVID is that when, at least for me, I speak on myself, is I built up, worked so hard on all these shows and like building connections and meeting tour managers and meeting all these people to finally get certain tours in line, and things ready to actually go to these different cities and actually play in front of different eyes instead of just in the same city. And then now COVID takes that away. So it's like COVID has been the most difficult thing I think about any entertainment issue, anybody in entertainment, excuse me.
Yeah.
Because it completely just brought it to its knees for me. Because I was playing like 3 or 4 shows a month. It was every week pretty much that I was playing a show.
That's so fun.
We had Taylor doing recaps every week, doing promos, full feature promos. I don't know if you've seen any of those that we've done.
I've seen them, yeah.
They're pretty cool little promos, but all of that stuff stops, and then it's just, what direction do you take it as an artist? Because you have so much momentum, you have so much going, and like for me, it was like I honestly had blinders on. I was like so focused on the next show that I wasn't even necessarily too excited about what I was doing at the moment. So I guess it's a blessing too, because COVID's made me realize like, I was on stage with these certain people. I was doing these things that I should be happy and blessed for instead of like just on to the next one.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I think that in person is how music resonates to people. It's a feeling. It's a vibe that you get with people. Like we can only do so much online. You know what I'm saying? Like the feeling that you get when you go to a show and when like the
music's always better in person.
You know what I mean?
It's always better in person, especially. I would say, especially with the genres that you guys are in.
Absolutely.
It's an experience.
It's an experience.
I mean, I'm in the crowd most of the time that I'm performing. I'm not even on the stage because I want to be with these people that are, this energy. Like I don't get that. I don't have that energy anymore. That feeling of the.
It just goes back to when you take away the ability or the ability for an artist to go out and hustle and to drive and to really grind and be out in the public. When you take that away from them, it takes away the ability to grow because it takes away their ability to capitalize on their art. So like it goes into, okay, well now I don't have my art to help grow it. Now I have to find other ways.
It means that now I have to work a full-time job, which takes your creativity, and therefore now, you know what I'm saying? It's compounding too.
It goes back to being just creative and staying productive and not staying stagnant. Capitalizing on this downtime to write new material. So when things come back, you can just hit the ground running. Like we've been spending this time. We got like 5 or 6 songs that we're in the process of recording and doing music videos for, and just waiting for that time to just once they say go, we can be like, all right, check out what we've been doing for the last 2 years.
Building your catalog.
Like it's the we don't have this.
You can't wait for
it's
the
kind of
world
a
to
blessing
change,
in disguise in a way. It's all about perspective. If you look at it in a way where, okay, normally I have all this stuff that I'm doing on top of trying to be creative. I'm trying to go out and I'm trying to perform and I'm trying to rehearse. I'm trying to keep this set of all this stuff that we've already gotten together current. And you just spread yourself thin in that creative fashion. Now we have all the time in the world to be creative. So I feel like for us as a band, I've seen my guys, Flynn and Woostix and Matt and James, all just be creative as hell, and we're writing some of the best music we've ever written because we have the time to do it.
Cool.
And then when things hit, we can be like, here you go. Rather, because
do you feel like that too? Are you writing more?
No, I'm kind of. I feel like they got more heads than I have, and they can sit there together. You can chill and do all that. And me personally, I thrive off moving around. Doing certain stuff. Like,
so do a collab album. Keep it old school. Every other line. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But
Kanye and Jay did that. That was awesome.
But see, that's the thing. Like, I'm a new artist, so especially not being from Spokane, I don't get that. Like me, I feel like I'm the outcast, just to be honest, because I'm
funny.
I'm making noise, bruh, and a lot of people that's been doing it, they don't like that. And he's not from here. I'm not gonna support somebody that's not from here.
I feel that so much.
You feel me?
I feel that too, because I'm doing some I don't want to say too much, but I'm doing some politics stuff, and I'm definitely the outcast too.
Yeah.
But I'm like, all right, let's just do it. I'm the outcast. Embrace it.
But
embrace
there's
the role.
But when
I'm
that
gonna put it in
to.
your face,
You
so
have
you
to.
gotta
have to.
embrace.
But
it.
when that's the thing is when you're making noise like that and you're taking the shine away from somebody, you're doing something right. You know what I'm saying? Because I did that same thing. I came and played a bunch of shows, and now all these people can't play these shows because I'm playing them, and they're mad, and now they're not supporting. So it's like I understand that. That's what happens when you get shine. You take it from someone else. So it's
But
like
see,
they get angry about that, and it's
but
like
it's not about. See, I don't think that way. I'm not taking the shine from nobody. I'm just adding shine to the place.
right. But I'm saying that's what they think. That's how
That's
someone
the
in a
mentality
hater
they
mentality
have. But
thinks.
see, like that's where we have to come together, you know, and sometimes just like this, for instance,
Absolutely.
you know, like this gonna bring a lot of attention for him, for us together. Oh, these people, what is they doing together? What am I doing with Cameron? What am I doing? Like
People who are gonna be like that and think that you're stealing something from them, those people are never gonna make it anyways, because it's a big world. There's no stealing market anymore.
Exactly.
Nah.
The internet
Innovating.
has changed that.
Yeah.
So let them make excuses. You know, they need an excuse for why they're not successful.
Exactly.
Let them make excuses and drop those people like a hot potato. You know what I mean? Because they're not gonna go anywhere.
You can
I'm
always,
I'm gonna switch gears real quick, because COVID's like a black hole.
I
you
agree.
know.
yeah.
You guys, you two, not you, but you two, you guys are making street music, right? You're talking about street stuff. Your music's in the streets.
Stuff I've been through, stuff I've seen or been through. That's what I've.
You know, Spokane has one of the highest crime rates in the country. You know, I think a lot of people don't realize that because they live maybe on the South Hill or in certain neighborhoods. But there are chunks of Spokane that are very high crime rates.
West Central,
And you guys talk about that a little bit. But I hear in your music that you guys care about Spokane. You have some type of vested interest in the community in one way or another.
Absolutely.
You know, where do you want to see Spokane go? Because here's the thing. Like Spokane music, when you're talking about street stuff, you know, if Spokane gets better, well, maybe that music changes for you. You know, so like coming from where you guys are and what you guys like to talk about in the music, looking forward to the future, like what do you want to see?
Okay, so me personally, I come from that. I'm from Pine Bluff, Arkansas. If they look it up, they'll know. I don't even got to explain. That's why I came to Spokane for a better life.
Yeah.
To get away from that.
Yeah.
You know, my first few years here, I love Spokane. It ain't nothing about the streets. The reason I have that in my music is because that's what I came from. I done struggled all my life, and I done just been through that. Now, when I moved to Spokane and my brother got killed 3 years ago in Spokane, that changed my whole outlook of everything.
Right.
Yeah. And your brother got killed when he. I don't want to talk about it too much. You don't want to talk about it, but
you know,
your brother
cool.
got killed while he was putting his kid in the car.
Yeah.
Right. So that's heavy stuff.
Yeah.
You know?
and me being from the streets, that's cold.
Yeah.
Kids, you don't even play with that.
Yeah.
No matter what, you get a pass when it comes to kids in the street. Like so. Like that, I have whatever they have to say or anything bad they have to say about me, it's because of the way my mentality changed because of that.
So do you feel like that pulled you back to a certain place?
Yes, it did.
But are you happy that you went to that place now?
No.
Because it's been what, a year and a half, 2 years? How long has it
Almost,
been?
it's been almost 3.
3 years.
Yeah.
So now you had 3 years to look back. Do you want to be in that place, or do you want to move to another place?
That's what I've been doing. So that was kind of my motion. So my first part of everything I did, the Long Live KB, the Long Live KB2, the Heart on Ice videos, all that stuff was how I was feeling. But I knew what I came from and what I'm in the goal that I'm trying to reach.
Yeah.
I can't go be a crash dummy in the street.
Yeah.
I got kids.
Yeah.
I can't go out here and retaliate.
So it's kind of like musical therapy.
Yeah,
in a way.
pretty
Yeah.
much.
Yeah.
I just let my feelings out on the song, on how I feel, the thoughts I have, the dreams I have, the stuff that I can't sleep about.
Yeah.
I talk about that. But no, I don't want to be in that place. That's why now,
Yeah.
after I'm done with that, I'm done with that side now. I done let everybody know how I feel. I done put that out, a way I feel about my brother. Now I'm having fun with guns.
Because the thing is like, you listen to early rap, and not even early rap, but just the rap that we grew up with, and there's a lot of street stuff, but at the same time, it's more about the story of like, this is what life is like, this is the truth of my world, and so we're making music about it. But there is a little bit of a shift, and it's not like it never existed, but the shift is pretty strong now in the last, I would say, like 2 years, that now is like, it's glorifying these things.
Yeah.
And I don't like that, because I don't think that anyone who's in that lifestyle wants to be there.
Yeah,
Nah.
I agree with that.
They don't want to be there.
And that's not a cool thing to tell people, that this is like a place to be. It's like, no. The story is, this is my life, and we need to share stories. That's what America is. It's like a diversity of backgrounds and lifestyles and culture and all this stuff. But like, move forward, right? You got to move forward.
There's a difference between glorifying and telling a story on a subject. And that's kind of like, I agree with you. That's why my music's matured a lot. A lot of the stuff I talk on has been things I've seen or been through, emotions again that I can't deal with or whatever. But now, this album that I'm putting out is called From Addict to Artist, and it's like literally showing all of those bad things that I've been through and seeing, drug addiction, all this stuff, but showing it in a way of overcoming it, in a way that like how I prevailed through it in a positive way. Because I agree, man. I think a lot of the music right now it is glorifying drug addiction, making a lot of people think it's cool.
But it's
which
because
is
we older. You feel me? The young generation, they let them play with their mind. You feel me? And I was watching some on Instagram or something. It was like they did that for a reason. Like they find those people that they can control and tell them like, oh yeah, this, and then they make that music. Of course they gonna watch it and they gonna try to go out and do what they say. But I'm smart to not go out and do that. You know? Like,
okay, I'm gonna switch gears one more time.
That's crazy.
It's because we could talk about that forever, right? We can talk about that forever.
For sure.
It's funny, that something I noticed that I think I want to hear what you think about this. Rap music, it's got like a real punk vibe now sometimes, right? Yeah. It's almost like 90s beach punk music sung by certain people.
Well, here's the thing about that. Rap's always been punk.
Yeah, that's so true.
Like, you know what I mean? Like,
rock music.
Punk, I don't feel like it's necessarily a genre to say the mentality.
Yeah. I agree.
And it's something that our genres and most genres can align with.
That energy. See,
exactly.
The punk bands always got energy. That's what gets the crowd. That's
you'll
what
find a pit at a punk show.
Go.
You'll find a pit at a hip hop show. You'll find it's just
it's the same thing.
You'll find the same camaraderie amongst fans, and it's usually the same fans. Like, and going into our music, like I have two MCs in my band. Shout out Flynn. Shout out Woo Sticks. Like true. Like we fuse that in there. Like that's
just, literally how we basically met too.
So I feel like these genres, and I feel like all genres for that matter, that's just fusing. Country's doing it with pop. Like you see everybody doing it. It's just you see EDM finding its way into the weirdest of things.
It's just progression.
Like it's we have some EDM stuff in our music coming out soon. I never thought I'd ever say that, but it sounds cool. Like,
well, it's just wherever you go with the music,
exactly.
If that's what you're feeling.
It's just a fusion of just whatever kind of vibes you want to channel, and but there is this new wave of this punk meets hip hop meets dark pop that's just it's cool, yo.
Yeah,
it is.
It's just all about being different now.
Exactly.
Yeah, or unique.
Embracing yourself and what you want.
Cool. Well, we better wrap it up. Appreciate you guys coming on the show.
Absolutely. Appreciate you, bro.
I'll tell you what I want. I want to do a house show
Let's do it.
at my place with you three.
I'm all about
I don't know
it.
how it could happen, but
I've
when
been trying to
things
find some
settle
house
down,
to ruin. So if you
I'm
want
not
to
saying
ruin
we
your
can get
house,
too many
like,
people in there, but we could pack the backyard or something
Yeah,
like that.
we'll
and
do
a
it
show.
legally
Yeah.
for sure.
Piss the neighbors
I can
off.
leak an address.
That would be
That'd be rad,
fun.
man.
That would be
I
fun.
We can leak an
Yeah.
address and have some fun.
Yeah, house shows are fun.
That would be so fun.
Cool.
I'm all
Well,
about it.
thanks again for coming on. Real quick, where can they find you?
BBD_Yella on Instagram and just BBD Yella everywhere.
BBD_Yella, and then
It's Tr3ezy 509 on everything. Tr3ezy 509 on everything.
yeah, 509 committed.
That's
And then
My name is Cameron, and I play in a band called Free the Jester. We are the only Free the Jester in the world, so search that
Perfect.
on whatever it is.
Okay.
We're there.
Free the Jester, Tr3ezy, BBD Yella. Thanks for coming on the show.
Thank
I'm
you.
Tyler LeMasters.
Thanks
for
for having
watching
us,
The Pulse.
man.
Thanks for having us, man.
Yeah.
What? You haven't been to the library lately? Stop in today and see that the library is more than books. Spokane County Library District facilities feature on-site technology, including Wi-Fi, computers, and printers, as well as free use of meeting rooms. The Library District offers events and programs for all ages, from story times to career development and employer classes to Social Security workshops. Our staff is well trained and happy to help. Find out more about your library at scld.org.
Welcome to Tom Sawyer Country Coffee.
Tom Sawyer Country Coffee only roasts the finest organic coffee for our signature blends. Enjoy a cup at our coffee shop and local businesses and organizations across the region.
I'm Tom Sawyer and we choose the Pacific Northwest.
Hi, this is Kurt Stockwell with Well Dressed Walrus. We are a local website design and development company here in Spokane. What we do is build beautiful, usable websites for local businesses. A website needs to be beautiful, it needs to be usable for your users, your customers, and yourself. Contact us anytime. We'd love to talk with you about your online marketing.
Thanks for watching this episode of The Pulse. We are where you are. Check us out on any of these other platforms as well as our website. This show is sponsored by Local 29 Firefighters Union, Homes for You, and Apex Cannabis.